Thanks, Brett. Let's get a weather check. Sam Mack is in Sydney this morning.
I am. Good morning, Nat, and good morning to our friends from the Top Blokes Foundation. Hello. What a backdrop. It takes a lot to outshine the Harbour Bridge, but I think you've done it. Well done, gents, with those vests. We're going to learn about that through this morning, but let's give a big round of applause for Mel here, everyone. CEO, this is Melissa Abu-Ghazaleh. We've met you before, Mel. Great to see you again. Top Blokes Foundation. Love what you do. Refresh us, for those that aren't familiar, on the story, how it all started and what it's all about.
Yeah, so the Top Blokes Foundation started back in Wollongong because we started to see that there were a lot of young men who really struggled with mental health and well-being. Yes. So Top Blokes Foundation, we're all about helping to keep young men healthy and safe. We run programs for young men as young as 10 years old all the way to 24, talking about mental health, resilience, risk-taking, all the issues we know young men struggle with. It's all about giving them a safe space so that they can open up and get the help that they need.
You're doing fantastic work in this space. I'm right across what you guys have been doing. I'm excited to share it and the many ways that people can get involved themselves. In fact, you'll see those vests. We need to talk about those vests because that's a big part of how our viewers around the country can get involved. But let's do your weather first. Talk us through these fantastic vests and why they are a crucial way that people can help to raise money and awareness this month.
Yeah, so October is Mental Health Awareness Month, and we are asking people to wear a 10-kilo weighted vest to walk in the shoes of those who are struggling with mental health by literally and symbolically helping to lift the load and helping young men know that they're not alone and that we're here to support and help them, live healthy and safe lives.
Great way to approach it, almost like a metaphor, isn't it? Carrying that extra load that we don't always see. But where can people get those vests if they want to get involved?
Yeah, so head to lifttheload.org.au and sign up and help to raise much needed funds.
Give it up for Mel, everyone. We'll talk with more of these gentlemen and ladies a little later on to show the many ways they've been raising money, and it's a great one to get behind. 75% of all mental health issues occur before the age of 24 as well, so young men who really need this support and the safe space to have the chat. More on that soon, team.
Yeah,
great.
Brilliant initiative. Good on them. Thank you, Sam.
Ahead on Sunrise, Sam Mack is in Sydney this morning and really kicking off Mental Health Month today with a great organisation.
That's right, Koshi. Top Blokes Foundation. We've featured them on the show before. We're excited to share their message again and show you how you can get involved, much like these young lads have. Ryan, Will, Sam and Jack, Year 12, Scots College. Good morning, gents. Thank you so much for coming down to talk about your involvement. First of all, why did you select Top Blokes Foundation to be the charity you wanted to get behind?
I think for me it was about seeing the issues sort of unfold around me and the age group that I'm sort of involved in. When you've got boys sort of coming to you asking sort of really confronting questions, I think that's when you sort of realise how large the problem is, and that's sort of why I think it was important for us to sort of recognise this foundation.
Well, chatting with you this morning, of course, in the midst of COVID times, you guys weren't having the normal connection that you would at that age group. So was that something that prompted it as well at your school?
Oh, 100%. And on top of that, the HSC around the corner for all of our Year 12 boys, and many other issues like social media and maybe not knowing your sense of self in a big school, mainly all boys as well. So yeah.
Well, we'll talk more about how you raise the money and we'll reveal the result that you've got, which is just terrific. But first, we'll do a check of your weather. There's so many different ways to raise money. How did you approach it?
So on the Friday afternoon, we had a school barbecue. In that, we raised around $2,000 just from across a 50-minute period.
Great.
And then on the Saturday, we had
That's better than Bunnings. That is impressive. I mean, let those numbers sink in for a moment, guys. Well done.
Trying to challenge them. And then on the Saturday, we had a big rugby game, which got around 5,000 to 6,000 people, and from there we were selling hats, selling some snags again, and mainly it was through donating, which got us to our goal of $10,000.
$10,000, that is sensational, and that will make such a difference. Well done. Has it encouraged more conversations around your year level at school, do you feel, because you picked this particular charity?
Oh, totally. It's totally changed the dynamic, especially at a big school like Scots. Even to this day, we have boys walking around the school with top blokes hats on. Yeah. And so the more that young people get around it, I think the easier that conversation becomes. So having that so relevant within a school, it kind of helps people to start discussing those things when it comes around in young men.
Well done, guys. And they've actually got their HSC, they've got their exams in 9 days, is that right? Yeah. So mums are waiting over there. There's mums over there. They're taking the photos and they're like, get back to study, get back to study. That's going to happen any minute. Apparently it's compulsory to be over 6 foot as well to go to Scots in Year 12. Thank you, guys. Good to see you all this morning. We'll have more on the Top Blokes Foundation very soon.
Yeah. Spoke really well.
Yes, you were their study break, Sam Mack. So well done, boys. And go the mums. Now, let's get a weather check. Sam Mack is in Sydney this morning.
We are Good Morning Nat, and we're spending the morning, because it is a Mental Health Month, October, we're spending the morning with the Top Blokes Foundation and supporters. Hello everyone. Yay! They've done a great job. They're doing their bit to raise money and raise awareness. We'll tell you about how you can get involved as well very soon, but we are loving supporting this sensational organisation that started in Wollongong actually. Let's do your weather. So the way it works at the moment, it is all about the Lift the Load Challenge. You can see the vest that some of the gentlemen are wearing there. They weigh around 10 kilograms, and it's all about doing your exercise, doing your walking, getting out and about. But that's to be a metaphor in a sense for carrying the load of mental health issues, which so many people, so many Australians and young men go through. So we're going to tell you more about how you can get involved and support this fantastic organisation, the Top Blokes Foundation, very soon. But for now, over to you, Koshy.
All right, Sam, great stuff. Thank you. Now, Sam Mack is in Sydney this morning with all your weather.
We are Good Morning Koshy with the Top Blokes Foundation and their fantastic supporters. Good morning, everyone. Hey. We'll talk about those vests in a moment. Top Blokes Foundation doing great work with particularly young men and mental health, and we're excited to share the many ways you can get involved. Let's give a round of applause, though, to Luke Stevenson over here. He's fiery, he's come down, got the beast. Talk us through this truck here, mate.
Yeah, so this is a New South Wales RFS Cat 9 or a light tanker.
And what's on the back?
It gives us the opportunity to take 600 litres of water into fires that we might not be able to get to with a larger vehicle. We've got a pump on the back, obviously. We've got pumps in the cabinets that we can use for smaller water sources, pools, dams, things like that.
Yeah.
We've also got a backpack that if you really feel like punishing yourself, you can carry 20 kilos of water on your back into a fire.
So you think they're slackening by just wearing 10 kilos at the moment? They're fighting words, you realise. Now, let's talk about your involvement. You're involved supporting Top Blokes Foundation by accident. This is quite an interesting story. Can you share that?
Yeah, so many years ago, at one of my workplaces, there was a guy that started up Top Blokes Day, and the whole idea was to take your mates out and thank them for when they've been a top bloke and helped you out. And online I saw this Top Blokes Foundation. I thought that he might have turned it into a proper kind of charity. Yeah. And next thing I know, I'm walking 50 k's with 10 kilos on my back.
And he wasn't even there.
Wasn't even there.
But it's a happy accident, right? It's a great accident because now you are raising money, and you guys have already raised a few $1,000s, is that right?
Yeah, so luckily I've put out the call to other volunteers throughout the state. Another 14 so far have signed up. More, hoping to get more than that. They've already raised over $2,000 in donations, and it's only the start of the month.
Big round of applause for that. Yeah. Well done, Luke. Keep up the great work. Well done to all the volunteer fireys getting on board. Like they're not busy enough. We really appreciate that. Let's do your weather. Let's have a chat with Jason now. Good morning, mate. Talk us through your group and how you got involved.
Morning. I'm super proud that our organisation's got behind this charity. I've got a couple of kids, both young, and it's important for me to make sure that they feel brave enough to be able to have this conversation. Yeah. Too often I'm hearing in schools, and I had heard in our school of experiences this sort of nature, and they should be brave enough. And we're on the road. We're $12,500 into the fundraising so far.
That's amazing. So tell us about your group. Who is your group, your workplace?
Company called Atura. We're an IT services company. Bunch of guys that just put the vest on and walk with the load for 50 k's.
We can see the branding there if you want to find out. Well done to the team at Atura. And how have you been doing? You've been walking as groups together, or what's been the approach?
A bit of everything. One of the guys in Canberra did 30k yesterday himself. A group of us tomorrow walking across the bridge and back. Just making the most of the sunny weather and enjoying the group together.
Well, you're doing a terrific job. Thank you to everyone getting on board. And they don't look like they're much, but when you put them on, it's not as easy as it looks. So you're doing very well, guys. And some of them are running in them, which is even harder. The weights are inside them. You can get these vests as well if you want to get on board via the Top Blokes Foundation. We'll tell you more about how you can get involved very soon. But loving supporting this one. As we mentioned, it is Mental Health Month.
Yep, great stuff. All right, Sam, thank you.
Yeah, good morning, Nat. Enough talking. It's time to get moving. As you can see, the gentlemen behind us and ladies getting involved. Woo. It is a great time to support. It's always a good time to support mental health. Now, in particular, is Mental Health Month, though, in October. It's really hard to walk and talk at the same time. Just realised I'm not great at multitasking. Who would have thought? We have this legend here. He's an ambassador. It is Dave Power. Tabane, give it up for Dave. What's your involvement, mate? Why did you want to get involved with Top Blokes Foundation?
Mate, I'm ambassador for Top Blokes, and how can you say? I've been on the other side of things. I've been the kid getting mentored. I believe in the power of that. Mark Elliott, shout out to him. He was my mentor back at school, and it's a powerful thing to get involved with, and it changes your life. It changed my life, and so I want to get involved and pass that on.
I love that. It's all about particularly young men and encouraging them to feel safe space to have these conversations if they are struggling, going through dark times, and there's always support, there's help, there's other people going through that as well who they can team up with to be stronger together. And tell us about the vests. How do they work?
The vest, this thing here, it's got the weights in the front here, so this thing, it hugs your body nice and tight, so when you're going on the walk, the Top Blokes blokes who got these together, and they're handing them out so everyone can have that 10 kilo weight. It's super versatile, and I'll show you some other cool ways we can add some weight on our walks. And
all about lifting a load, and that's the metaphor. And as we mentioned, these guys, even during the segments, they're getting their steps up, which is very impressive. Well done, guys. In a moment, though, we'll show you some different ways that you can use weights for your exercise. But first, we'll do a check of your weather around Australia. Dave, you're going to show us some unconventional ways to use weight for exercise now.
All right, so you don't just have to run and walk, you can actually lift. And so this is what we've got here. Sam, I'm going to show you, we've got the potato sack press. All right, so we're going to rack that up here.
Yeah, okay, right.
From here, elbow in, I'm going to press above our head.
Potato press, there you go. Anyone can do this at home.
It all counts, okay? We raided Mum's pantry today. There we go, so that's the press, Sammy.
I like it.
All right, next up, we've got a watermelon squat. Grab one of those, chuck it on your chest.
Squat.
From here, hug it up, eyes up, keep the chest up, down nice and low.
Chino's not a great choice yet again.
Not the most, you've got to make the best of what you've got.
They're holding up.
All right, watermelon down, the final one.
Yep.
We've got the rice run. Watch out, here we go.
Okay, well, there's only one bag of rice, so we'll leave Dave with that one. Give it up for Dave. Just a
You can do Margot.
And yeah, I could do Margot. I could join him with the watermelon, though. Look, Dave, I think he just wanted to steal a bag of rice. I think that was his plan all along. He's not coming back. We'll see you guys in more than half an hour, but get behind Top Blokes Foundation.
Good on you, Sam.
Good luck. We should keep the camera and just see if he does run.
Sam Mack is in Sydney this morning with all your weather, kicking off Mental Health Month.
Yeah, that's right, Koshi. We're getting behind the Top Blokes Foundation. Good morning, everyone. We've got Dave over here. I don't know whether he's opening a fruit and veg store or a personal trainer, but it's working. He's showing you different ways that you can still work out with weights, and that's what this is all about. You can get one of these vests, 10-kilogram vests, and then you can do your walks or do your runs and raise money and raise awareness, because, as I mentioned earlier, 75% of mental health issues for men occur before the age of 24. So we're talking about young men, young blokes who are maybe going through challenging times. We want to make sure they know that they feel supported, they've got a safe space to chat about it, and we love what the group here stand for today, the Top Blokes Foundation. Let's do your weather. We'll be back with more very soon, but a reminder, it is the Lift the Load Challenge. So many of these men and women are doing exactly that through the month of October, and we encourage you to get involved if you can as well. It's absolutely brilliant the way they're approaching this. We'll see you in more in half an hour.
Thanks,
all right, thank you, Sam. Now, what about this?
Let's get a weather check. Sam Mack is in Sydney this morning to mark the start of Mental Health Month.
That's right, team. We are spending the morning with the Top Blokes Foundation. Hello, everyone. All about raising money, raising awareness. It is Mental Health Month right through October. Mel, good morning.
Morning.
We had you on the show about a year ago. We love what the Top Blokes stand for. For those that aren't familiar, how did it start? Where did it start? What's it all about?
Yeah, so Top Blokes Foundation is all about helping young men be healthy and safe. So we started in Wollongong so many years ago when actually young men's mental health wasn't talked about enough.
It's changing so much, isn't it, in a good way and at a fast rate.
Yeah, and I think what's so exciting is that young men today want to talk, they want to open up, they want to seek help, and it's all about giving them a safe space so they've got the right skills to make healthy choices for themselves and keep their mates safe as well.
And every time we, support organisations like yours, every time we mention it on TV, we're doing our bit to destigmatise those conversations. So we absolutely love that. And talk us through this.
So for Mental Health Month, we are asking people to lift the load and to show young men that they're not alone, that we're here to support them. So we're asking people to wear a 10-kilo weighted vest and walk or run 50 Ks over the month of October. And as you can see, we've got a whole bunch of top blokes here who are doing it. And it's all about supporting young men and raising money so that we can get more young men through our mentoring programs.
And if I wear like another jumper over the top of it, it looks like I've got a massive chest. So I'm on board with that as well. Thank you. Let's do your weather. John, congratulations, by the way, on last night's win. Did you enjoy that one?
I did it. They did a good job. Yeah. I did nothing for it.
What was the highlight of last night for you watching that as a Panthers fan?
Dylan Edwards. Yeah, he had a cracking game.
Back to back, pretty special.
Yep.
Let's talk about your involvement. Why did you decide to support Top Blokes Foundation?
My boss suggested it, and I think all of us have somebody in our circle of acquaintances that's struggling with mental health.
Yeah.
So all of us got on board and decided to do the 50 Ks wearing 10 kilos.
Sensational. Well done, mate. Congratulations on that. Chris, what about you? Why did you get involved?
I got involved with my organisation, Natura, and everyone's sort of just come together, and it's a great team building exercise that everyone's kind of getting involved in. So,
as a young guy, do you feel that things are improving with mental health conversations?
Yeah, definitely. I think everyone sort of in their in their young years goes through difficult times, and everyone's now actually starting to talk about it. And even in my organisation, I've got great mentors who I can reach out to and talk to.
And that's another great part of Top Blokes Foundation, incredible mentor programs for young lads, school ages, which is terrific. Big round of applause. Good on you guys. Keep up the great work. Get on board with Top Blokes Foundation. We'll have more very soon.
Lovely people. Sam Mack is in City this morning to mark the start of Mental Health Month.
Yes, we're getting behind the Top Blokes Foundation. Good morning, everyone. All about mental health, particularly for young lads, and we're enjoying sharing some of the stories and motivation for people getting involved. Peter, what motivated you to get involved, my friend?
Just to give people a voice, the young guys a voice. I think they need it. They need the help. If we can help fund it, then it's all worthwhile.
Absolutely, and wearing these 10-kilogram vests, it's Lift the Load Challenge, and anyone can get involved with this anywhere around Australia, through your workplace, through your sporting clubs, through your schools, and you walk in it, you run in it, whatever you want to do in it, and it basically raises money and awareness to get those mental health conversations going. Where is Graham? Graham's over here. What have you been doing while you've been wearing it, Graham?
I've been playing walking soccer.
Oh, I love this. This is such a great sport, walking soccer. I was going to explain the rules, but it's pretty much in the title.
You're only allowed to walk.
Yeah, and it's soccer. And how did you go walking soccer with that?
Oh, it's really good. It's a lot of fun, and it's a great sport, and it's a great way to get out and have a good time, and to lift the load and spread the message.
Well done, mate. We'll have a chat with Abby in a moment as well, but let's do your weather. Abby, what motivated you to get involved with Top Blokes?
Yeah, it's a wonderful cause. I like that we are finally starting to have a conversation on men's mental health, and I could immediately relate to it. And I thought, yep, I definitely want to be a part of it.
Good job, mate. And I'm told that you're not only doing walking or running. What else are you doing?
So I'm trying maximum number of people to see this. So when I'm out for a run, I step and I do push-ups on the sidewalk.
You're doing push-ups with the vest on?
Yeah, that is correct.
He's been telling anyone who'll listen all morning that he's the push-up king. We're like, all right, Abby, we get it. You're good at push-ups. So do you want to prove? Should we get him to prove it? Push-up. Go on, Abby. All right, whenever you're ready. Oh, look, jacket off. Get the guns out. That's what it's all about. All right, here we go. He's going to show us push-ups with the vest. So that's an extra 10 kilos. Look at this. Look at this. If you want guns like Abby, you've got to get the vest on. You've got to do your push-ups. Make some noise, guys. Well done. All right, you can stop now, mate. We get it. We get it. I can't even do that many without the vest. Well done, legend. That's great. So many fantastic ways to get behind it. The Top Blokes Foundation. Make some noise, everyone. Let's raise a heap of money. Keep that awareness going. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right,
Well
Sam.
done.
Thanks.
Thank you, Sam.